Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Calgary Barbell. We are wrapping up some training here. I just finished doing probably one of my most favoritist days of the week. So today we went through some chain deadlifts. We went through some ram bench, which I really like. I'm glad that that's back in the picture. And then we did some throat squats, also known as front squats. So to give you guys a bit of a, bring you up to date on this point in time, body weights is down in the mid sort of 102s. It was 102.6 or so this morning. So the cut has kind of stalled out over the last little while. We were away traveling. We did media coverage for Saskatchewan Provincials in Saskatoon not long ago. And that weekend was just garbage nutrition. And that's nothing but my own fault, just being lazy and not taking care of myself, not practicing my self-care. So back on macros and everything's going well that way, or in that sort of realm. Things are back on track. Training is going really well. We're getting into what were previously problematic weights. So getting up into like the 200 kilo range for squats, into the 270, 275 range for deadlifts in the competition movements. And those are roughly the areas where I would start getting inconsistent technique and pain previously. I've had a bit of a mixed bag since getting into that intensity. So I've had some days where I'm getting a little bit of, I would hesitate to call it pain, but just sensation through the hip. Maybe a 1 out of 10 pain on a really bad rep. But today was exceptional. So today did deadlifts against about 50 kilos of chains, so about 110 pounds in chains, and worked up through, I think, 242, 247, 230, whatever, 230 something. 250 was my second ramp up, and then my top set was 265, which is about 585, plus about 110 in chains. So you're looking at right around 700 pounds at the top. Pulled a triple there, beltless, no pain whatsoever. Everything went swimmingly. Really, really happy with how those pulls went.
Before you put more music on,
yeah.
What's your album recommendation of the day?
I'm trying to find the Cold Dark Place. Cold Dark Place is the album by the band Mastodon. It's a bit of a departure from their heavier stuff, but there's a couple songs on there that I'm just in love with. Toe to Toes is probably one of my favorite songs of all time right now. Up there in that top 5 GOAT list. Screaming Bryce Head's probably just 2. It's pretty mellow, rocky. The other one that I was going to recommend, and again, this is a departure from our usual heavy stuff. This is an album that I generally will warm up to. I remember I used it to warm up at 2016 Worlds and had a lot of success with it, and it just kind of helps get me in that headspace. But it's called, the album's called Yggdrasil.
How do you spell that?
Like Yggdrasil.
Oh, easy.
By the band Wardruna. Yeah. So it's like Norwegian folk music. It's pretty cool, but definitely not. It's not like hype music or anything like that.
Did you rate them?
I rated the Mastodon one. This one's like 0 Screaming Bryce Heads because it's not heavy at all.
Really?
Yeah.
0
Screaming Bryce Heads.
Okay.
Maybe I'd give it 5 really mellow Bryce faces.
I'm curious what the viewers think of your rating scale and how it kind of translates to their scales.
Yeah.
Like what a 0 on your scale looks like on their scale.
Well, it's not even anything remotely resembling rock or metal.
Okay.
So that's why I can't even rate it on that scale because it's not heavy at all. And it's not meant to be. But yeah, that's that. Moved on, did ram bench using the Titan Ram, and that went pretty well today. Definitely maybe a little bit aggressive on load selection, but worked up to a 215 kilo single on that, and I think that's about 470. Do you know the conversion offhand, Dylan? No. So yeah, somewhere around there. And then a triple at 197.5, which is 435-ish. and then some back off work in sort of the low 400s, 187.5.
Yeah, I guess it might rush. Come on. Like, lift it up. Come on. Funny though, bench good.
From that, moved on to front squats, or as I like to call them, throat squats. And just kind of pushing the envelope there. It's more a matter of how much I can hold on my neck versus how much I can actually squat. But I'm starting to get into the territory where my legs are being challenged in that position as well, which is really nice because I'm able to kind of strain against the weight. There's no hip pain. I've never had hip pain front squatting, which is kind of an interesting thing if you think about the mechanics between the two. So I mean, obviously I'm lent better to a, or my mechanics, my body, my injury, whatever, is lent better to a sort of a more upright, consistent kind of squat. So that's maybe why I chase that with my competition squat so much. Worked up to about 165 kilos on that. I like to do those over on the Olympic lifting platform on the sketchy ass squat stand so that when I'm done, I can dump the bar and feel really cool dropping it. And that's pretty much the training day. We don't have any questions today because unfortunately we didn't get asked any really good questions in the comments. Wink, wink. If you guys want to ask some questions in the comments, we'd be happy to answer them. Gives a little bit more context to the videos and a little bit more takeaway, a little bit more info to give you guys. Couple other exciting things coming in the next couple of weeks here. We're going to be starting or launching the new apparel here, and maybe Dylan will put together some, I don't know, mock-ups or images. You're shaking your head already. You're not going to do this. Just some like previews of the designs that we're going to do. Maybe in this video here. We're gonna have a hat or two. We haven't decided if we're gonna do both the hats or just the one yet. We got 4 different t-shirt designs and 2 hoodies. So fairly big launch. It's all very kind of 80s themed. And I'm super stoked on it. I think it's gonna be pretty damn cool. The other thing we're gonna do is Connor, Taylor, and myself are each gonna be releasing paid programs. So you'll be able to download a program for sort of a one-time cost kind of thing. And we're gonna be doing some cool video features with those. We're gonna be having the coach sit down and talk through the program. We're gonna have video FAQs on the programs. We're gonna have some exercise demonstrations for some of the less commonly used exercises in each of the programs, and that's all gonna come as a bundle when you purchase the program. So we're really excited to kind of get this program library out there. I know a ton of people have messaged me saying that they've had a buttload even of success with the free programs that we've put out there. So we're excited to bring a couple more to you guys. And that's probably about it for today. Hey Dylan, got anything else? Dylan's got nothing, he just wants to get out of here. So that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Ask some questions below. We have a bunch more exciting content. Don't let this little lapse recently fool you. We're working on a lot of really cool stuff, and that's all coming at you very, very soon. We're gonna get back on a consistent schedule, right Dylan? No. Okay. All right, we'll call it there. Bye guys, thanks for tuning in.